Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Tessa. So as you can see, we have jumped into fall, and what better way to celebrate fall but to make something that's hearty and comforting and can definitely keep you warm: soup. So I want to tackle some soups this time, and we're going to do a chicken tortilla soup, guys. So here are the ingredients. Let's get cooking. So the first thing we want to do is grab a nice big pot, and we're going to add some extra virgin olive oil to the bottom of the pot. As you can see, the pot that's on my opposite side is already cooking our chicken, and now we can go ahead and add our vegetables to this olive oil so that we can sweat it out and get it nice and ready for our base of our soup. Season the chicken however you'd like, and just put it in a little bit of water to begin cooking, or a little bit of chicken broth. So we're going to go ahead and pour in some onions, and this is about half a cup of chopped white onions. We want to cook it down so it sweats and sautés nicely, and we're at a medium heat right now. Take some garlic cloves, and we're just going to crush this up and put it right inside. As you can see, I had about a handful, maybe about 5 or 6, and once you crush it and you start to sweat out your onions and your garlic, it will start to simmer and it will start to get nice and sweaty and glossy and translucent. Now that everything has sweated out, we're going to go ahead and add the entire can of crushed tomatoes. This is about 2 cups of crushed tomatoes right here. And once you add your crushed tomatoes, make sure you get everything out of the can. Let that simmer for a few seconds. And then we want all that garlic and all the onions to simmer with the tomato sauce that we're just adding to this right now. Now, I like to add 4 to 5 of these sweet peppers. Okay, now they can be hot. If you choose to go the hot method with the soup, you can substitute and put the hot ones in, but I like to use the sweet ones. So I'm just going to cut off the stems and take off the little seeds that are inside, and then I'm just going to put it right into our base and let that simmer for a little bit. Now that we've added in our sweet peppers, it's time to make sure everything incorporates well. So make sure you are just constantly stirring this. We don't want anything stuck on the bottom of the pot. And you also want to make sure that everything that was cooking underneath is kind of sending the flavors to everything that you're adding to the soup. So we're going to go ahead and add 1 can of black beans, drained. I drained the can before I added it inside. Add 1 can of sweet corn, also drain the can before you add in the sweet corn. I prefer the sweet corn versus the regular one, but use whatever you prefer. And now stir everything and incorporate it well. We are still on a medium heat. Make sure that you continue to stir and then let it simmer for a few minutes. While we let that get going, we can go ahead and take our chicken and shred it up nicely. So you can use a fork, you can use your hands, whatever's easier. We're going to shred the chicken so that we can put it right inside. Once your chicken is shredded, you're going to go ahead and add it inside to your soup. Mix it around and make sure that now the chicken picks up all the flavors of everything that has kind of been cooking already. Since nothing gets left behind, all the juices that the chicken was cooking in, you're going to add that as well to your base of your soup. Now, as you can see, I'm just kind of taking all the seasoning and flavor that the chicken was cooking in, but leaving the excess oil behind. So you don't want to add that to your soup. The soup already has enough of a base to it. You just want to get all the flavors and the seasonings that the chicken was cooking in. Mix it all around, and now we are ready to add in our spices. I'm going to go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. As you guys already know, I kind of eyeball it, but that's about 1 tablespoon there. Now add 1 teaspoon of chili powder. Now, it all depends. If you like things a little spicy, add some more. We're going to add cumin, 1 teaspoon of cumin. And last but not least, we're going to go ahead and add some oregano, about a teaspoon as well. If you have a little less like I did, that's fine. Half a teaspoon to a teaspoon is good. Lastly, we're going to add 2 pinches of salt and 2 pinches of pepper as well. Now, Don't forget, this is the last part. You're going to add the chicken broth. Remember, your sauce is a little thick right now. You added the whole can of crushed tomatoes, and so you need to make our sauce a little lighter. If you want to keep it thick, you don't have to do this step, but I like it in between. So add a whole can of chicken broth, and now we want to stir this all up. We're going to cover it up after we stir it and really let this simmer for about 15 minutes. Once your 15 minutes are up, you are going to have such an amazing soup. Guys, I'm telling you, you are going to love this. And it only needs the garnish to now go on top, and you are all set. And you have made yourself a nice, hearty, comforting, and such a delicious soup for the fall season. Now it is time to grab a nice big bowl, and we are going to plate this. So guys, you can plate this and serve it right away with some rustic bread. Delicious. Nice crunchy rustic bread toasted. Or you could do it the way that we are going to do it now. I did forget some avocado. I didn't have any on hand, but this goes great with avocado as well. So to finish this off, guys, and continue with our plating, let's go ahead and clean off any mess that we made when we poured our soup inside. You're going to need your shredded cheddar cheese, some fresh cilantro that you're going to add right in there, and your wonton strips or tortilla strips that you can find at the supermarket. Pull apart your cilantro by hand and add that in. Now you can go ahead and buy wonton strips at the supermarket like I mentioned, or tortilla strips. Either or, they work great with this recipe. I happen to have wonton on hand, so this is what I'm going to use. So as I mentioned, if you have some avocado on hand, you would slice them up and put it right on top. But check this out, guys. Such a great hearty soup to serve on cold fall nights. Guys, thank you so much. As I always tell you, don't forget to leave me some comments down below, like this video, and subscribe.